Hi guys, this is Noose again. Noose and Marky Quintinsky, because the two are much needed, but one is not enough. I need two. So you choose to call me whatever you want. So I have been going through an interesting situation with a powerful group on Facebook, a light group with light workers and also some shadow workers too. Really interesting, really amazing. Its name is The Experience. You can ask to join and maybe you'll be in. But I was kicked out of this group and I respect that. And I'm not here to spread any garbage on anybody and on whatever happened through this story I will tell you. So someday I popped up into this guy and we met and he invited me to this group. I never heard about it. It was just starting, like maybe less than 100 members, so it was brand new. And so we began to share and I sensed the light. Oh my God, you have to join this group and feel it. It's amazing. And watch the videos of everybody talking their truth without the care of the look of the others, because they know they are opening their vulnerability and whichever comes, they will receive, because they will receive a message showing you and showing them and pinpointing them the very thing that they couldn't see. Because when you are driving a big car or a truck, you have blind spots. And these blind spots you can't see for yourself. You need others to show you. But where they will show you won't be where you were expecting them to show you. And if emotions attached to whatever this person said to you, if these emotions are so stirred up that you have a red veil coming, maybe it's time to take a rest and put the phone down for a moment, because you are going through triggering, and this is the word of this video: triggering. Love is triggering. And since love, you can live it through many experiences, which is the goal of our lives, to experience love through every and any situation we can. At least this is my meaning about life. So when we do this and allow the others to show us and pinpoint to us these blind spots we couldn't even fathom inside of us, and leave it be, when we're patient enough with ourselves and these emotions that were locked, that have been unlocked through a triggering, then you can welcome whatever comes and talk to it inside through meditation, like your big brother talking to your little brother, or your big sister talking to your little sister. And sometimes this little sister and little brother needs to hear the father, or needs to hear the grandmother inside of you. You know, the heightened places of your being where you know there is wisdom. And sometimes when you are in the triggering, instead of launching everything that sprouts in you towards the exterior, if you let it be inside of you and you create a special tank for it not to explode, because this is dark stuff, this is explosive stuff. You have to have a big factory where everything is enforced for these things not to explode. Otherwise it's a catastrophe, and you don't want a catastrophe. You've lived enough catastrophes in your life, right? Like I did. So maybe it's time to see these triggerings for what they are. Maybe these triggerings are but a window your soul needs you to go through. Yeah, I'm sorry. All these dogmas, all these limiting beliefs, all these traditions, all these ideas that transformed into law and into us et coutume, the usage, the social and societal usages we have. Like, we have to say, how are you when we meet? And when we don't know each other, my name is I'm years old, and I come from and I have two brothers and two sisters. This is small talk. This is really what you're seeking? I don't care for who you are or what's your name or what's your age or no. What I'm interested in is what resonates inside of you, and when the triggering is occurring inside of you and you're all alone in it, you can do it. And if you can't, then you can find people that will be able to welcome you in this vulnerability and authenticity stage, because you need maybe someone to be by your side while you almost drown, because sometimes we need a shoulder to lean on, and it's okay. And this is why I'm talking about the experience on Facebook. You know, it's like a minus, but the wavy minus, then a space, then then space, then experience, then space, then another wavy thingy. And so you look for it, you can ask to join. I really highly recommend to join this group, because even though they kicked and banned me, I don't care, because this worth of this group is worth more than whatever they banned me for. So now I have to talk about this triggering and why it happened. So there was a woman that came to me, and I sensed from the very beginning that she was testing me. You know, this energy in people, women and men, where you sense they are in a fishy way trying to test you to see if you're holding around, if you're here, if you're present. And in a way, this is a very, very good thing. But she went full throttle on this mode inside of her, so into it that when I several times warned her, this is heavy stuff, this is going to trigger you 100%. You need to put your helmet on and your seatbelt, like I am. And she said, yeah, I want to go. Tell me, which are the dogmas inside of me that you think I'm not resistant enough to hear? And so I went up the ladder, and I won't tell them. But I have to tell this one, because this one is the one I was talking about with her, to enable her to see things that she didn't see up until now. And this is what triggered her. And so we went up to the point of the subject of pedophilia. And I talked to her in a way about this subject that triggered her so much that she sensed right and just inside of her at this moment to go to the police, to the admins, and tell them, he's speaking about pedophilia, blah, blah, blah. Do you think we could kick him because this is not respecting the community guidelines? And so they kick me. And they have the right to do so, because this is a heavy subject, and only the ones who want to go and see what this secret and taboo subject holds, because if we are intellectually loyal and honest towards ourselves, there can't be any taboos anymore inside of ourselves. We need to go and lift the veils of every subject that triggers ourselves. This is the way of healing. We can't wait for the universe and the circumstances to align for the life to tell us, you are going in a minute to go through triggering about pedophilia, for example. No, it doesn't work that way. You can't know the end of the story and the movie before watching the beginning and the middle. Do you really want to see the end of the movie? You want to see everything that will happen in your life? Or you want to let go and let the soul that designed your path for you take care of the direction you're going, leaving you to the only mission you have, speaking out your truth, and human being. So as in being, meditating, relaxing, not doing, just being. And so they kicked me. But what happened was, since the beginning I came, so maybe few days after they created the server, they didn't upload any rules for the group to know how to behave and which subject to avoid, or any guidelines. There were none. And I shared different things on 3 occasions, and each time the admins told me to put the brake on, and so I chilled. And then I continued to share my truth, and I uploaded videos about the gifts of some people in the group, and I was intending to do each and every one of them a gift of the video I would, and I had recorded of myself, telling them what I see of beauty and their powers, their inner powers, their gifts. And I did that for 4 or 5 persons before I got kicked out, so I can't do it anymore, but it's okay. And the thing is, if you only look through the lens of the triggered one, without seeking for the point of view of the other person, the one that triggered this victim as she acted. So when you allow in this space this kind of behavior, what is this kind of behavior? We were in a sacred space, because the experience is a sacred space, and we agreed that we were going on fishy things and fishy water, that it would be triggering, several times warned, but still she reacted like a teenager, and she went to the police and reported me to one admin, because so this is plain treason, because she didn't respect the pact of trust and openness and confidentiality that was inside the inner core of this sacred space. But since the guidelines hadn't been posted yet, and she came without these guidelines for the admins to refer to it, they had to do a choice. And since this woman must have been very convincing that I was a perverse, manipulative, narcissistic, and I was a dark mage only because she had been reactivated because she asked this of me. Then she hypnotized him because she put a spell on him, because men are blue screen in regard to women, and so whenever a woman is nearing a man, this man can't operate like he should, like he is, because the unconscious energies of this woman are taking a hold of him, because his wounds are so deep that his inner child is clinging to every truth that comes from every woman that comes to him, because he feels such a lot of unworthiness inside of him that he needs for the female to recognize him and give him a sentiment of legitimacy inside of him, because she is telling her truth. I need to go this direction to follow her and support her. And in this, the admin that put me out, for this very reason, I respect you, because if ever I was really one of the perverts still, it would be just to prevent anything, just kick me out, just when you feel it. But now that the situation is unfolding, maybe there is another way, and maybe this teenaging behavior she adopted after the triggering to go to the admin and ask to get me banned, like she would have gone to a teacher and rat another one that had insulted or stolen something from someone to a teacher when we was kids. This is the same energy. This is the rat, the negative rat. The negative rat that doesn't want to see his own darkness, and when the light shines so bright, it's blinded. This rat is blinded, and he runs for the big bad wolf, the biggest big bad wolf in the neighborhood, because he has seen a vampire, and he needs the werewolf to protect her. And I feel it, because she was triggered. Why? Because she was fearing these emotions that had been triggered through the subject of me bringing only after she'd been wound. And she felt that she didn't have the power inside of her to face this vampire, this dragon she saw in me, even though she asked to see it. So when you ask for something, you have to be conscious of what could come next, because maybe the veil will get upon you and you will lose it, and you won't be able to get out of it with the help of someone else to tell you, this is what I see of you. Maybe you are not reacting on a serene plane from the Isle of the Eagle above the clouds. Maybe you are in the hurricane and you just need to let yourself fly up to the sun again, and then you will see more clearly. So triggering is a fine mastery, and 5 years in the making, every day, more than 600 people that went through it with me, and that I went through it with them. So I have the expertise of this. So if you come to me, now you're wound, you know that this will not be without scorches, but these scorches will allow the vice blood to get out of your body. And come on, it's alright. You can survive to a few scratches, right? You're not made of sugar. If you are made of sugar, then it's your job to go up to the point where you feel you are a strong woman and a strong man inside of you, and these strong women and men work together collectively towards this triggering, to rocket your healing into the next dimension, the next level, and to finally head for the boss. So it's like a speed run of bosses inside of you. Whenever you come to me, it will be like a speed run of bosses, and I will show you all the ways and all the tools and all the weapons and all the shields you already have inside of you, but are unconscious of it. But for this, you will need to recognize that there is a dark mage inside of you, a vampire, a werewolf, and it needs to hear a stop and to choose a master, the one that can be teaching them these techniques. But they will choose this master only for this objective and aim of them, to heal themselves. Not a friend, not a father or a mother of substitution, not a confidant, not a sex mate, a sex friend, a one night stand. No. Choose consciously to head towards healing and towards triggering, because this is the right thing you are feeling inside of you when you ask your heart, should I go this way, the way of triggering, to heal my body? And if you feel your heart tingling in a way, or something vibrating inside of you anywhere else, this is a yes, because your body is trembling to your soul whispering in his cell that you have to go this way. Because like the Mandalorian, this is the way. Not on a movie, not on TV show. In your very life, in this reality, this is the way. And you feel it and you know it. And I'm not only this Marquis Kuntinsky, I'm also Nous. But Marquis needs to speak out and to be heard. So this is it. Marquis speaking out, and Nous introducing him and finishing his messages. Because there is also something else than triggering in the healing. And it's 50%, and the two are so mixed up together that white and black and white don't exist anymore. It's only shades of gray on the whole spectrum. And there are areas in this spectrum you don't have any clue. You are missing the whole image. And I am one of the ones that can show you this, because I am an expert on this. So spiritually, I could be called a master, but I don't want to be called a master, and I don't want to be the one calling the ones coming to me disciples, because this is top down. I'm not top down. I'm side by side, and we're looking in the same direction. I'm just showing you, go here with this lamp torch and use your arc here, and take a rest now maybe, and look at this way, change your perception. And this is only my words. My only words is this, to help you change your ways of perceiving the reality, because this is blocking you from becoming again who you were before you came here. The star soul, the star seed. So here was this message, the fifth, about triggering while on the road in Germany, heading to the Netherlands and Amsterdam. I love this town, I love these people, I love this country, I love this language, I love everything about them. They are focused, they know how to work, they know how to make money. Their country and their streets and everything is well done. There are spaces for the one who want to walk, to cycle, to drive, and it's green, and there is canals everywhere in Amsterdam, and this is an open city in the matter, yet it has dogmas. And let me show you, before I end this video, how I can trigger a whole country. When I name it, it's dark and light truth, because I just named the light truth, because I feel good when my heart is heading and is in the Netherlands. But what is the dark truth behind it? It is that the Netherlands and the people that live in this country, so whichever nationality they are from, and the ones that were born in the Netherlands that live outside of this country, anywhere in the world, they share the same unconscious cloud, which is of the Netherlands nationality and way of life, and they are all connected to it. And since they are very smart and very tall, they see things from an upper perception, because they are almost up top Europe and the world, because Europe, they are on the mountain top, almost on the rise of the mountain of Europe. If you see it, of the top of the mountain, top north, and down the mountain to the Mediterranean Sea. So if you look at it that way, what happens is they have all the methodic and rigorous and disciplined tools at their disposal, and they are amongst these people and these countries that are at the mastery of the mental plane. You hear this? This is a pretty serious compliment. This is a gift I'm offering Netherlands and their people. But this comes at a cost, because the unconscious part of it is they are not allowing their heart to shine bright and state the truth that their society bears on their shoulders. Because yes, they are happy and their life is pretty awesome, because I've lived it for several months, and I'm maybe heading there to spend a few weeks or months there too, again, because I like it, like I said. But since they are not following their heart, they are taking things that shouldn't be theirs, and they should be grateful for their country was like France, like UK, like Spain, built on colonialism and exportation of slaves from one continent to another. And of course, in a way, through Europe, they are helping Africa to get back on its feet. But come on, you're full of money. Why the fuck wouldn't you get like 5% of your profit or 10% of your profit to Africa in a great fund that you could create for Africa to benefit without any like conditions for the Africans to use it, and only the people with projects that need the money to like make wells and forage the earth, to have water, to put water on plants to eat all year, because it's dry there. They need, and it's 5 kilometers for some villages from the next river, so they need to go into the ground and fetch the water. But it costs like $10,000 a piece, and I don't have the money for now. But I will be giving money to some African company in the future that will be only buying trucks that can go into the ground, fetch the water, build the infrastructure for the water to flow, and go to the next village and do it again and again and again. Why would the Netherlands, that has such a beautiful country, don't want to help those who helped created it, the ancestors of the Africans people that are now living in Africa, to help them in a little matter? So I can't be doing this right now, but this is my goal, and I will do it one day. You will see me recording me in Africa and in all over the place, giving money to those who have projects that build things for the community to thrive, because the need to access water every day shouldn't be like a $10,000 investment for a community in the middle of Africa. It should be for free. Come on, we have the means. We are Europeans. We are the stars of the finance and mental planes. We know how to fucking make money, and we've proven that times and times again. Maybe it's time to share, like I'm sharing for free. This won't be stamped by any ads, any publicity, ever. Whatever I share will be for free. So if you only listen to me, you don't need your YouTube Premium, because there won't be any ads like coming in the middle of the video to show you Pringles or Doritos or the Super Bowl. If you want to watch the Super Bowl, I know you can look at it whenever you want. You don't need me to pause my speech for you to see, oh, you can also buy Pringles and watch the Super Bowl while you're at it. No. I will talk about basketball and Warcraft and video games and sport and everything, but I will not be sponsored. I don't need. The state of France recognized me as 50 to 80% mentally handicapped, and they are giving me 975 euros a month up until the 26th of June this year. And after that, I heard the good news that I can reapply to it without having to go to another psychiatrist to tell me I'm mad and put it on paper to enforce my legitimacy as mentally ill, to benefit from this tuition they give me, this pension they give me every month of around 1,000 euros. And so if it passes and I ask the leaders to go this way, I will have 1,000 euros a month, and this is enough for me. If you want to send me money, you can fetch me and you can ask me for my bank details, but I will never ask anything of you. This is your choice, and mine is set. I can't be selling everything I say. This is not loyal, not for my heart, not towards anyone who needs to hear everything I have to say or something I have to say. So here was triggering. This is a tool at your disposal. You can take it or leave it, or you can choose to enforce it on a 24/7 basis, or 18 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, if you choose to do it. If you want to enforce method and discipline and rigorousness towards your healing, towards the wheel of medicine you are walking, mostly unconsciously, and want to go slowly up the mountain, where you will have to go through all these triggerings about all these subjects for you to open your perception and reach the next level and the next level and beat the next pass inside of you, and up the next level and up the next pass, and again and again and again. This is the way I fathomed. Maybe it's not your truth, but it works. So if you want to be a part of it, just hit me with a message and let's try it. You can stop it whenever you want. and otherwise I'll continue shining and sharing my videos. So you don't have to poke me or message me. I'm not looking for that. I don't care. But I know the day you will, the first one and the second one and the third, I know we'll have a good time, because I'm Noose and I know what you are going through, what you will be going through when you will be with me, because I've been there several times alone and with people, so I saw it in me and in others. And when you will reach for it, I will put the whole power of my black and white magic and all the shade of it at your disposal, on your own timing, your own choosing, your own direction, because this is your sovereignty we're talking about. I can be joking and telling you to use these tools if I am not conscious enough to bear the responsibility that comes in wielding this such power, the force. Yeah, because if you want to be complete, you have to also be Darth Maul, Darth Vader, and Leia and Luke and Yoda and everything. You have to be the whole of them. You can't be just the part of it, otherwise you won't see everything. So this was it. I hope it shined some light, like always. I know it did. And see you in the next one. Bye bye. On the road again.